Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Naomi Rook. If you're brand new to my channel, consider subscribing. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure to ring the notification bell so you can be notified anytime I do upload a video. Today, what I wanted to do is products that I returned. These are products that I returned mostly before I even used them on camera. I might have tried them once and I didn't like the formula, or the formula was too similar to something I already own. I bought a bunch of makeup, maybe I was in a bad mood and I just decided to return something. There's not all that many. Normally when I buy makeup, I've done a lot of research to kind of know already if I'm going to like it or not. Some of these products I just kind of bought on a whim. If you want to know what I have on my face for my makeup, I am wearing my Urban Decay Honey palette. I love this palette. It's such a beautiful yellow palette. So I have that on my eyes today. And then my lip combination, I have the Charlotte Tilbury Iconic Nude Lip Liner with the Maybelline Super Stay Ink Crayon in Talk the Talk. I love that lip color. So if you would like to see the products that I did return this year, then just keep watching. Okay, so I am going to go ahead and scoot over because I'm going to have pictures popping up on the screen. So I have my list. I'm going to go ahead and go through it. So I do have a list of all the products, so if I'm looking down, that is what I'm looking at. So let's go ahead and go through the list. This is not in any particular order. The first thing on this list I did just buy over Black Friday. I tried it once and I just returned it to the store. So this is the Nars Long Wear Concealer. I did purchase this because I have heard a ton of people talk about it. I knew it wasn't going to be a great under eye concealer, but I wanted to try it anyways. The color I got was quite light, which was fine for right now, but really if I'm going to use a heavy full coverage concealer, it's going to be mostly during the summer. It's not going to be as much in the winter. It was definitely too light for me in the winter, so I figured it probably wasn't going to work for me in the summer. I did end up returning it even though I did get this concealer on sale. It just didn't work for me. It was really heavy and I don't have a ton of blemishes, so if it's something I absolutely cannot use under my eyes, I've realized there's really no room in my collection for that, so I did return this just because it was quite a heavy concealer. The next product I purchased and used once, returned it. It was the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream. This was supposed to be a light coverage kind of CC cream for your face. I think this was supposed to dupe the It Cosmetics CC Cream. I really did not like the e.l.f. one on my skin. It seemed pretty heavy. I do run into this a lot where it is very sheer, light coverage. This one did have a little bit more of a medium coverage, but I still did not like how it looked on my face. It still looked pretty heavy on my skin, so I wasn't a huge fan of this, and I only tried this one time and I just returned it. It wasn't worth it. I hate hearing like overly hyped products. I go to purchase them and then I try them and they're just not what I expected, so I got a little upset with this one and I just returned it. See, along with the e.l.f. Camo CC Cream, I did end up getting the e.l.f. Brightening Concealer. It was the one in the little like stylus pen. Took off the lid and you kind of just brushed it on. It didn't look great on me. It had a really sheer coverage, which would be okay, but it looked a little heavy. The color wasn't right for me. It was super inexpensive, but I just tried it once. I did not like it, so I just ended up taking that right back to the store because I did not like that. The Juvia's Place lipstick, I got one in Muted. It was too dark. I thought it was going to be more of like a beigey light color, but it ended up being kind of a mid-tone brown. It wasn't the color I wanted. I did kind of like the formula, but I tried the lipstick. I was really excited about it, and it just wasn't the type of nude. I love nude lipsticks, but I really like to have kind of concealer nude lipsticks because I use a deeper lip liner and then a concealer nude lipstick on top, and I love the ombre effect it gives me, but I'm not a huge fan of mid-tone brown lipstick, so I did return that one as well. I also picked up the Natasha Denona Super Glow Highlighter. I purchased this in number 2 light medium, so I really did kind of regret picking this up. It was a lot like most of my other highlighters. I didn't find that it was super unique or super different than the other highlighters in my collection. This is almost a $40 highlighter. $40. That is crazy. I've never spent that much on a highlighter. I think I did have a 15% off coupon, so it wasn't the same amount of price. It was a little bit cheaper, but really for the price it was not worth it. I didn't see anything super outrageously unique with the formula, so I did end up returning it because for that price I want something that's just like so much different than any other highlighter I have, and it definitely was not. The formula was a little dry, kind of like a gelée baked formula, which I do like those formulas, but that one did not work on my skin as well. Like the Anastasia, like the Amrezy highlighter, I love that one. I think that looks beautiful, but this Natasha Denona did not work out for me. The number 2 was a little bit too dark. It might have been different if I had gotten number 1, but the formula wasn't just so outstanding that I felt like I needed to go back and exchange it for number 1. And the next one is the Physicians Formula. This is the Butter Believe It Foundation and Concealer. I got this in light. First off, the color was super, super dark. I bought that during the summer. And light was like probably a medium, super, super dark, and that was one of the lightest colors. I think there was only one other color lighter than that. It is no longer available on Ulta's website, so I'm not sure why. I did order this. I did try it out even though it was too dark at the time. It was heavy. Heavy, 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 heavy. It was super cakey, looked really bad on my forehead, looked really bad on my nose, really bad around my mouth. I did kind of want to try it during the winter time. Maybe it would work a little bit better with my drier skin instead of, you know, during the summer I can get just a tiny bit more oily. I'm not going to go out and purchase it just because it looks really bad on my skin the first time I tried it, so I don't feel like I need to run out and get it. It is something maybe I would repurchase in a lighter color here during the winter if I found it on sale, but I'm definitely not going to run out and grab it because I didn't like how it looked on my skin. Another product that I bought that I was so excited to try out, this is the Nabla Skin Glazing in the color Ozone. This is their highlighter. I have their bronzer and I love it. It is in Soft Orange. It's one of my favorite bronzers I own. I own the same formula in a blush, Independence. I really love that blush, so I was so excited to try out the highlighter. I thought it was going to be a beautiful formula. They are a very kind of hard pressed baked formula in the pan, so when you rub your fingers on it you don't get any powder or kick up. It blends onto the skin so well. It's a beautiful, beautiful formula. So I did buy Ozone, which is like a light champagne. It was a gorgeous color. The only thing I found is that it wasn't super unique. It didn't look just so much better. I have a hard time with highlighters because there's so many out there and you can only do so much with highlighters that's going to look really, really good on my skin tone. I have ones that are my absolute favorite. So if it's not something just so extremely unique, it's hard for me to keep in my collection. So it's something I bought full price. It was kind of expensive and it wasn't outstanding. I'll probably just end up returning it. So that one I did end up returning. I like the color. The formula was fine, but like I said, it just wasn't anything super different and unique for my collection, so I did end up returning that one as well. Another product that I purchased was the Milani Glow Hydrating Skin Tint. I love skin tints. I'm wanting to try all the different ones. I got Milani one at almost the same time as the e.l.f. one. I didn't like either of them. They both just did not look good on my skin. The Milani one definitely had more glow than the e.l.f. one. The e.l.f. one had a little bit more coverage but was really kind of cakey. The Milani one had no coverage whatsoever but really beautiful glow on the skin, but it looked pretty heavy. It didn't blend. It just kind of sat on top of my skin. It didn't look nice and like meshed and kind of blended in with my skin and my other makeup. It all kind of just separated, so I did return that one as well. I got that Fair to Light, which was an okay color at the time, but I definitely did not like the formula very much. Oh, another foundation that I had and I used a little bit, but I didn't return this one, but I did just give it away. But I don't think I even used it even once on camera. It was the CoverGirl Simply Ageless Foundation. This is the one where it's like foundation and the white, kind of like skincare, and they're circled together. This had an awful scent. Awful. I hated the smell of it and it lingered. It didn't go away. Normally with something that stinks I can keep it and use it because it doesn't linger too much on the face. This one lingered like crazy. I could smell it all day long. It was really gross. It was really a strong, I can't even remember what the scent was, like a sweet skincare kind of. Gross. I hated the smell of it. I also didn't really like how it looked on my skin. It didn't do anything great for me. Alright, so I think those are all the products that I can think of that I purchased in return. I'm sure there's some I'm missing. I'm going to start this year keeping track more of it and taking like videos and pictures of the products that I return and keeping a list so I can remember. I'm sorry this was kind of a negative video, but I did want to put this one up because I am going to be doing at least 2 to 3 different types of favorite videos. Probably a drugstore, a high-end, my most recent, and then eyeshadow palette favorites, ranking my palettes, like all these really good favorite videos. I wanted to put something up a little bit about my unfavorites, products I really didn't like. So in January I will have tons of videos coming your way of all my favorite products, so keep an eye out for those. If you're not subscribed, please do so, and I will catch you on the next video. Thank you guys for watching. Bye!